Okay, so Jarrett, this Bears team right now, what you're looking at, what you're seeing, we got 4 games left in the regular season. What do you think about the possibilities here? Are they as endless as they were before they went to Green Bay? I mean, what do you envision here for the Bears as best case scenario?
Marshall, one game at a time.
Oh
One
man,
game at
come
a
on,
time.
man.
No. Only reason why I say that is because, just being in our position and what we do, and then just walking the streets, talking to people everywhere you go, it just started scaring me a little bit right after the Packer game. Everybody was talking about the Packer game, the next one, and I'm like, whoa, bro, we got a game coming up this Sunday against the Browns. Like, we can't skip over games, and I know those guys aren't, but I think the focus is you're still in this thing. And looking at who the Packers have to play this weekend, who the Lions have to play. I mean, Lions got the Rams and Packers got Denver. I mean, they got some tough matchups. And so you just need to take care of your business. And the outcome for me and my outlook is you're still right in this thing, Marshall. You just got to keep winning games. You got to take care of your business, and you got to see both of those teams in your division again coming up here. So just keep winning games, and if you could take care of your business, then you have an opportunity. You guys, I didn't think we're talking about an opportunity for 10 wins. Vegas has a team, I think at the beginning of the year, 8.5. I said the under. I said 8. I thought they were like really close. So to see them exceed the expectation, and especially my expectations, I give this team so much credit that anything's possible. And the way that the NFL is this year, just by seeing just all of the parity and like all the craziness of teams that should beat teams and they don't and they're losing, this is a perfect year for the Bears to be in this situation that they're in to truly make a run.
We're talking to Jarrett Payton, always happy to do so here on Rahimi Harrison Grote on 670 The Score. Marshall's still just like gunning for me right now. What are you giggling about?
No, I'm just happy
here?
because he did the field work for us sitting in the studio of finding out that it indeed is a fan trap game. That's what he confirmed.
I did, yeah. That was the term I used. And frankly, I'm guilty of it too, Jarrett. That's not the standard around here. And Myles Garrett deserves to be respected, and so does Shedeur Sanders. But this is, yes.
I'll say something, Layla. Okay, so just going back to the Packer game, though, real quick. And I look at it as looking how close that game was, how bad that team played, the Bears played in the first half, and then figuring out in the second half and getting that ground game going and really asserting their will on that Packers defense. The coolest part for me was when they were cutting the shots, and you're looking at defensive players over there just like huffing and puffing, and the Bears are just on their ground game. I'm like, okay. And to be that close, even though it was gut-wrenching to the way that the game ended, it still shows you that, we're here. Like, we're here. We didn't even play our best football in the first half, and we're here. I believe in my heart that at this part of the year, everybody patting on your back, you're number one in the NFC, everybody's telling you all these great things about you. I mean, at some point, like you're on a win, you come in on a game on a win streak. I believe that once you lose a game like that and it hurts, you go back and you study a little bit harder. You comb through the film just a little bit more. And I'm hoping that Kevin Byard and company, all the guys in the back end of that defense did go with Dennis Allen, go back and comb through and say, we have to. When you're winning games, you watch the film, but you don't watch it like after you lose. And so to me, I think it's going to be a stepping stone for the rest of the season as they go down this stretch. In some ways, good for them just a little bit to get that gut punch and say, oh, time to wake up. We got business to handle. And so kind of like a wake-up call. And I think a perfect game heading into Sunday against the Browns, who, Myles Garrett is a beast, but that team is definitely beatable.
Also, you just reminded me that my over's about to hit on Bears over-under. I forgot about that until he said we're about to get these wins. I was like, oh, that's right.
Coffee for everybody here at 670 The Score.
Yeah, I have no problem sponsoring a coffee run. That's no problem at all.
Team Coffee Run,
Win
thanks
or
to
not.
Marshall Harris's investments.
Jared, what are you most concerned about now with this Bears team? Is it the Kyler Gordon news and understanding that Dennis Allen really is not going to have a full complement of defensive players, even if and when Tremaine Edmonds comes back? Is it more about the quarterback development and just hoping that Caleb, the next time he has an opportunity like he did at the end of the Packers game, makes that play? What is the number one thing on your mind as far as top of the concern list?
Well, after watching the Packer game over and over again, establishing a pass rush at some point to help the back end of your defense out just a little bit more. I think also just getting Caleb in a rhythm early on in games, and getting that rhythm and that relationship between him and Ben Johnson and the play calling to, because I believe they're both like on the same path, right? Where because he's calling the plays, and then Caleb's going out there trying to execute them, and you see the play calls get better as the game goes on, and I feel like those two are kind of like linked there. Can both of them find a way to find some synergy early on in games, some simple throws, some checkdowns? I know they want to establish the run, which is their bread and butter, and they should. And I've said this. I said this on Mully and Haugh on Tuesday. I give credit to Ben Johnson for staying with the run and not getting away from it even when it wasn't working, because he knows that that's what that offense is built on. But getting Caleb some easy throws early on and getting him in a rhythm to have that offense going just a little bit earlier, because it's too hard as you get to this point of the season to try to be picking it up in the second half or after the third quarter, in the fourth quarter. Like, this is crunch time now, and you have to be able to put together 4 quarters of football. And we really haven't really seen that from this Bears team, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And so if Caleb, that's what concerns me a little bit. Not his growth though. I've seen the growth. I've seen the progression in his game. Chris Bouchard, his comments about that Shador is going to outplay Caleb. Like, I was on the treadmill listening to you guys, and I was screaming at the TV, like, what is this dude talking about, man? Like, stop talking. Caleb has the ability to be special. We've seen it. We see it in some of the throws. We see it in his highlight reels. We see him on the run. It is still, he's a work in progress, man. And it's crazy because we all wanted to be further along, but we always have to go back into our mind and really kind of remember that he's in year one with Ben Johnson, another offense. I'm telling everybody out there, the fans and listeners, everything that they already know, but I just want to remind you. And we have seen there's things technically that he's going to have to work on as the season goes along, but definitely in the off season. Footwork. He's a gunslinger. He trusts his arm so much. Sometimes his feet aren't underneath him. Everything is kind of off whack, but he believes in his arm that much that he can throw from any angle. And when he's set and he's planting, especially on 3-step drops when the ball needs to get out on time, that's where he has success. But I give him a lot of credit as well, because he's been under center more than I think I expected him to be under center this year. And when you look at his college film, that really wasn't the case at USC. I mean, rarely under center. So you never really saw it. And the fact that he's learning that's another big step for him as he drops back and also trying to break down coverage and what's going on with those defenses he's seeing.
No, you're right, Jarrett. And I actually think some of the Bears' most successful plays this season have been with him under center. And that's a testament to him adjusting yet again to what he's being dealt with.
Yeah. I think he's getting better. And I mean, I can't wait. And I know I don't want to skip over games. I don't want to skip over just what the rest of the season's going to look like, but it's hard for me now not to think about next season and where he will be at this time and what we'll be talking about when we're sitting here talking about where the progression of him is he where everybody hopes he or exceeding a little bit more expectations, or are we going to be seeing the same exact thing? That's what interests me the most as I look at it, because it's hot and cold with people when I'm out in the streets talking to them about Caleb, and I tell them just to pump the brakes just a little bit. Let's watch this kid grow. That's what it's all about.